Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Weasel, and today we're going to play Euro Truck Simulator 2, a game I've been personally enjoying a lot recently, and I figured, hey, why not actually do a YouTube video on this? I used to stream it a lot, but I figured bring it to YouTube, show people what you're interested in, and as I said, it's one of my favorite games, and it just makes sense to do that on YouTube as well. Let's just have some fun, and I'm going to show you around the game. I'm sure many of you know this game already, or have seen it at least once. As I said, I'm more of a streamer of said game. Today is a little bit different. Let's go ahead and quickly show you guys my truck. I've been playing this game for quite a few hours, and this is just the truck I recently got. It's a pretty cool truck. That's all you need to know. And we're currently in the process of getting some jobs. We want to transport something to Italy, but first we have to go to the depot where they're keeping said stuff. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to drive there, and as you can see, I do have a steering wheel and a shifter, which you can't see because it's not visible. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this game, especially with wheel and similar controls, and I'm trying to do my best to not completely ignore the traffic laws in whichever country, every country I'm in, and this is already starting good. Haven't been driving for a few days, so a little bit rusty here, but we're going on to, I guess, some sort of highway. I don't know what it is called, because we're definitely not in Germany, and Wheatley is really excited about something. He just, yeah, he likes trucking, and so do I. I'm not that big into trucking. I have no idea what are some popular brands. I don't know about the laws or had any ambitions in my life at any point to become a trucker. But this is so calming. I would say Euro Truck Simulator is one of the most calming games that I've played. And it has something to do with... Whoa! Okay, Weasel, careful. A little bit oversteering here. I have to use my mouse to look around, and then I sometimes screw this up. Don't worry, I'm not gonna crash, at least I'm trying to. But yeah, this is one of the most calming games, and with all the mods that are available through the community, this game gets really beautiful. I mean, yeah, we're not talking Unreal 4, but just from the scenery, it is really impressive what they've done. And you can pretty much drive through the whole of Europe, hence the name Euro Truck Simulator 2. I'm gonna open up the map real quick to show you guys. Yeah, we're currently down here. I actually have no idea where I am. Yeah, down here. And we're about to pick up a load that has to be transported to Verona in Italy. And yeah, as you can see, the network is pretty big, and it is not one-to-one in terms of size, but a kilometer will take you quite some time, a few seconds to drive. So if you're driving a few thousand kilometers, you'll be surprised how much time you can put into such a game. Where was I? Kind of lost my train of thought here. But yeah, that's pretty much the idea. You're going to transport goods from point A to point B with your truck. You can upgrade your truck and buy better, you know, trucks. In the beginning, you won't even have a truck. You're just going to do work for other companies that will give you a truck to drive in. But eventually, you can buy your own, and eventually, you can also hire people to, well, haul loads for you. Oh, actually, I gotta go on to this symbol to accept the job. There you go, wonderful. And I really enjoy Wheel, it's great. And you can have your own little company going. All right, so right now, I'm going to take, yeah, this job, Maribor to Parma, 14,000. It's not a whole lot of money compared to other jobs, but it's fine. It does the trick because it's a shorter haul. I don't want to do a really several hour-long haul through Europe here. But yeah, we're going to have to attach the trailer to our truck. That is my plan. All right. Slowly but steadily. Yes, Wheatley, I know. I'm excited too. I'm driving backwards. I'm also having gas pedals and a clutch below. So when I'm shifting, I'm doing it as accurate as possible. Another part of the game is the realism that's actually pretty fun. You will have to sleep. You will have to fuel up your truck. And Wheatley is super excited about something. Hey Wheatley, you wanna maybe not scream into my ear while we truck here? All right, let's switch to outboard camera so you can see. Oh, okay, I hit the sidebar there. Doesn't hurt my truck too bad, luckily. And well, now we're gonna have to transport whatever we just picked up and bring it to Italy. Actually, I will have to take a quick look. Let's have a look. We're transporting onions. 17 tons of delicious onions. Okay, looks good to me. Luckily, not a lot of traffic. I'm horrible at these. I usually miss something and then I drive too slow. I couldn't drive a truck in real life. That's why I'm playing this game. I already had enough problems getting my regular driver's license. It took me... it took me several attempts to obtain that one. In Germany, it takes you a little bit to actually get to your driver's license. You have to do a lot of, well, several classes of theory, several hours, and then a lot of practice hours by a licensed driving instructor. That's the word I was looking for. And after, you know, a few months of that, you can do a test of roughly 45 minutes where, you know, someone will test you just everywhere else, and then you will get your license. Well, I thought I'm going to be super smart and save time. I'm going to do a crash course in the holidays. You know, I had nothing to do during the holidays anyway, so I just figured, let's go ahead and make a crash course, which, by the way, is a horrible title for a driving school program. This crash course, it's like 10 days or something, or 14 days, would cram all the theory into like the first 7 days, and at the same time you would do practice drives, all the practice lessons, and drive through Germany. You could pretty much do your test after 2 weeks, which is great. You then have your license after 2 weeks, and you don't have to do it every week over and over and over again. Ooh, okay, Weasel, you know, watch the road. So I figured, yeah, why not do that and save myself the time, especially at this time I was living quite far away in what I would call bumblefuck, so the next driving school would have been a little bit annoying to get to. So instead I did that crash course and I drove there every morning during my vacation, my summer vacation, and completed the theory test without any problems. I mean, within no time I had my theory, I guess, certificate. But when it came to the practical part, I was actually not doing that well. I cannot tell you how many hours it took me, I mean, like practice hours and therefore days it took me to get a grip on the clutch. I was always killing the engine. And that made things quite complicated for me because I was like so worried that I would kill the manual transmission that I had a hard time just paying attention and learning. Eventually I got the hang of it, and that was the day that I did my driving test. I didn't really get far that day. It took me... Oh no, speeding offense, I didn't pay attention. Do you have to go left or right now? I have to go left, okay. So I didn't get very far because I was so nervous not screwing up the clutch thing that I kinda didn't brake early enough at an intersection. So my teacher had to do that for me. And that means that you fail the test. So, failed my first test, had to wait 2 weeks in which I pretty much did more practice lessons. At the second test, later then, I had the clutch pretty nailed down. I was actually quite good at it. I screwed it up after, I think at the end, as we're like driving towards the last road, I kind of screwed it up because I missed a sign that said one-way road. So I drove the wrong way into a one-way road. And looking back on it, even though I was upset at the time, it's probably a good idea that it didn't give me a driver license. So I had to wait another 2 weeks to do the next driver's test. Quite annoying, and that was at the end of my summer vacation, because summer vacation roughly lasts 6 weeks. So that was pretty much my last chance to pull that off. And this time, really, lady luck, or whatever you want to call it, was not on my side. I was driving to a giant intersection in Offenbach. I should mention all of this took place in Offenbach, which is not an easy city to drive in. So yeah, it rained, and I came to an intersection where the markings were barely visible anymore. And then the sun was shining, and I was blinded, and I could not see how the lines went. And as I was driving, I had to like take a left. And as I was taking a left, I drove over the line without indicating, and he decided that that was enough to not give me a driver's license, which I guess I deserved. So I failed my driver's license 3 times. In Germany, that means you have to time out for a bit. I think at least 2 months until you can try again. Maybe 3 months, I don't remember. Yeah, so I decided to go to a local driving school and just, you know, just to keep it refreshed. I just took regular lessons like every few days. I just drove a little bit around. At this point, I was actually quite proficient. Where are you going? I don't know. So I could finally take another test, and this time it was the longest day of my life. The test was scheduled for, I think, like he said, like, be there at 10. You might have to wait an hour or two. What pretty much happened is that I came there and I had to wait 7 or 8 hours until I could finally drive, because there were some foreigners that had to take a driver's test, and law or something says that the instructor, an theoretical test, and law says that they have to read the questions to them and they have to answer if they're not proficient enough to read the questions and then make marks. Something along those lines. So that took several hours for all test candidates to finish their test before the instructor, or the whatever you call it, the official, was ready to test me. We were 3 people, and for whatever reason they decided that the other guys, you know, went first. I don't know how they decided, so I was last, so I had to wait 2 times 45 minutes for them to do their test, and it was not worth for someone to pick me up at that point anymore. I was like so tired. I was going to like stores nearby and just checking out the inventory, like electronics and whatnot. I knew the store in and out. I could have sold stuff at this point. So what happened was that after that, I went into the car with the driver instructor, who was like visibly annoyed. Okay, we're gonna have to, oh, indicating the wrong way. Who was visibly annoyed. Braking. Oh, a little bit forward to pay the toll here. Gonna pay the toll. Fantastic. Who was visibly annoyed and exhausted, and we just started driving. He's like, just drive this way. And after, I think, like 5 to 10 minutes, like, he just sent me, like, on the Autobahn, which was under construction, so there was only 1 lane and it was slow. He just dozed off. He just slept for, I would say, 20 minutes. Like, after, like, 2 minutes, I realized that he has fallen asleep. And I'm just looking over to my instructor, like, hey, should we wake him? And he's like, no, don't wake him. Just let him sleep. He's done. So we just proceeded to drive for like, I think 15 minutes along the Autobahn, until then my driver instructor decided to wake him up and get him, oops, stay on there, and, you know, get him to do the test. So he woke up, pretended like he intended me to drive there, and said like, all right, now turn around and drive back to the office. Which I then did the next 15 minutes, where he proceeded to doze. He was so done. So was I, by the way. I was also really tired and exhausted, but I was way too nervous not to screw this one up. He just let me park at the end. And then said like, well, here's your driver's license. And that was it. That was it. I even asked like, is that everything? Whereas at this moment, my driver instructor, my teacher, just like punched me in the ribs and like, shut up. On one hand, this could have been much faster. I could have gotten my driver's license not within, let's say, months. You know, I could have just taken regular tests at this point and, you know, classes instead of doing like this weird crash course and ruin my vacation. I took so many practice lessons that so far I've been doing okay when it comes to driving and didn't run into any problems or accidents. It's probably for the better, and that I failed them. Anyway, that was my story about how I got my driver's license and how friggin' long it took. I think I got there because, yeah. Now imagine I had to do the same thing for a trucker's license. Also, it's not the career path that I'm looking for. I heard you can earn good cash trucking, but then again, I would hate to be away from mopeds. Unless he's screaming. If he's screaming, I don't mind being away from him when he screams. What are you up to? I think he's chewing on my shirt. I think that's a cool shirt. It has a astronaut kitty on there. As you can see, we have this little navigator down here that pretty much tells me where to go. Maybe some of you might be wondering, like, how does he know where to go? well, it's the navigator down here. And the game is really cool in terms of like the depth and the things you can do. For example, see the little dashboard I actually have in the truck? I don't remember which button it was. Was it this one? I can actually change that little indicator. You might be able to see it. Like all temperature. What do we got here? Like how long we can keep driving. We have still 325 liters in the tank. Means we can drive like 650 kilometers. I'm sorry to confuse people that use the Imperial measurement system. This is roughly, I would say, I don't know, 400 something miles, and we have 180 gallons in a tank. I'm really bad at conversions. And you can customize your truck. Also a thing that I really like. Right now, this thing is pretty bland, pretty standard. Also, I should really stick to first-person view instead of zooming around with the camera, because this is quite unsafe what I'm doing here. I'm driving way too fast anyway. In case anyone is wondering, the mods that are installed, this is more for people that want to mod it themselves. It is Pro Mods, Rust Maps, or Rust Map, and Poland Rebuild, as well as all of Jazzy Cat's mods when it comes to trailers and cars. That's why there's, you know, a lot of, like, well, realistic looking cars you would also see on the roads in Europe here, way more than in the base game. Also like realistic signs and company logos, which I think is really cool. I couldn't afford the exclusive interior, which kind of bums me out. I really wanted to go for like, you know, the black leather look, I think. Or is it exclusive? I don't know, something I couldn't afford, so I didn't opt for that. But yeah, really looks nice here. You got like a sleeping compartment up there. Yeah, it's a nice looking truck. If I would drive it, it would look way more messy, because I would have energy drink cans all over there and empty coffee pots or so, I assume. Anyway, we gotta pay the toll to keep going. There's plenty of mods for the game in terms of like if you don't like the weather or want some more realistic lighting. Sorry, not lightning. Maybe even lightning. There might be a mod for that. What do I know? But if you want more realistic lighting, then you have that too. Are you that fast? I think he's overtaking me. Or overturning me? Overtaking me. Svebus. Alright, buddy. Fine. You go ahead. You go ahead. Why are we... Oh, there's a construction site? Yeah. Actually, there is. Okay. I was a little confused because he's using his indicators for no apparent reason. Why are you using your indicators? There was like no reason to do that. Alright, we're like roughly 180 kilometers away from our intended target in Italy. Oh, my guy's tired. I should probably get some rest. But I think we can make it before... Yeah, we can definitely make it before we fall asleep and doze off on the wheel, which can happen. And it's raining. I gotta say, the rain effect in this game, like the drops, really good. I'm really surprised by this. Still very surprised by this. Let's turn on the Vipers. Wipers, not the Vipers. Subtle difference, but having some venomous snakes slithering across your windshield, not the best idea. Better use the Wipers. Man, here I am talking about the beautiful scenery in this game, and then it's raining, and it just looks horrible. Alright, that truck just disappeared. That was weird. Also, I just crossed over a line like a rowdy. Man, Weasel, get your shit together. I would not have a sticker on my truck that say like, call 1-800, how am I driving? Because people would just call to complain. Uh-oh. Yeah, as you can see, the screen gets a little darker when my guy's tired. He's like closing his eyes like, I should sleep on the wheel. I don't know, that's not a bad idea. Actually, that's a big problem, and I hope we're not dozing off. I'm pushing it a little bit here, but I do not want to be late for my delivery, because we're gonna get some negative feedback. No, we're actually gonna get paid less if the haul is late. So I want to make sure that I get paid the most. Do not do that in real life. If you haven't slept for 2 days, you should not be behind the wheel of a car. Like, really, you shouldn't. Take a break, get some sleep. This looks good. Okay, we are roughly 60 kilometers out of, where am I going? I forgot again. Has some interesting name. To Parma. That's where Parma ham is from, I think. Parma Schinken. I have no idea how that properly translates. You're getting tired. You should find a parking place to rest. Thank you, navigational system that can read my biostats. Creepy little guy. In real life, you couldn't do that. In real life, you would really have to get some sleep. You have, like, I don't know about the American situation, but in Europe, you have to, like, you have a driver card that tracks how much you've been driving, and if you drive too long, you can get fined. They want to make sure that people don't do the thing that I'm doing right now, which is driving way too tired. But we're close to Palmer. I hope we don't fall asleep the last few minutes, and after that, we can get some rest. And as soon as we deliver that haul, I would love to show you the other parts of the game, maybe. At least to a degree. Exit to Palmer, this way. Gotta go a little slower. Oh, yep, things are shaking a little bit. Gonna go a little slower. Alright, we have to yield, but no one's coming right now, so that's good. I am trying to drive as proper as possible. Not race super crazy. But, after all, it is a game, so... Luckily. Ooh, plane. I can't see the plane. Damn it. Plane. Where's the plane? Where is it? There it is. Ha, plane. Okay, keep your eyes on the road. Plane. Keep your eyes on the road, Weasel. Plane. Telepass. Multipass. All right, paying the toll. 33 euros. You're taking it from the poor. Taking it from the starving here. No, I got plenty of money. I can afford that little toll. Oh, we're actually driving close to the nuclear power plant. At least I assume it is one. I mean, it looks like straight from The Simpsons. Pretty nice. Yeah, I gotta say, the mods are just amazing. You should not even play this game without pro mods. It just adds so much scenery and detail to the whole game. Alright, we're close to our destination point. I'm still worried that we're just gonna fall asleep as I'm driving around the corner. You're getting tired. Okay. I'm speeding this up. Palmer discovered. Yay! First time I'm here. There's a lot to discover in this game. Alright, looks good. Sleeping offense. The magic police. Oh, what just happened? Really? That sidewalk just made my truck shake that much? Weird. Really weird. I'm pretty sure the truck is fine. Alrighty then. To skip the parking, you can press enter and just finish your delivery, but nah. Now you can see me fail miserably. Alright, we're gonna drive a little bit forward. Alright, looking backwards, and let's see how well I can park this one. Come on, Weasel, you're recording this. You are recording this. No pressure, but thousands of people are watching you. Hey, that actually went fairly decent. Looks good to me. Cargo's ready. Nailed it. Fantastic. Onions delivered from Maribor to Parma. And these are the stats that we're getting. Now, you're leveling up your character. I think I totally forgot to mention that, but I'm going to show a little bit more about the game. If you've held out so long, you might be interested in that. I'm level 16, professional, I guess. You can just keep up leveling. This silly guy is me. And yeah, you get some stats, you can level up. You have your own garage, a company manager. In any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. Let me know if you guys would like to see more, what you would like to see. I really enjoyed this, and I hope you did too. I'm Weasel, I'm out, and hope to see you around. Bye-bye!